Hey guys, hey Drugon here, back with yet another Hunter x Hunter video, and this video is really quite special. I think I've cracked the code. There is this big lingering mystery at the moment in the current succession war. We are just wondering, where is the top 5 NEN user Ging Freaks, and where is the former vice chairman of the Hunter Association, Pariston Hill? And now I think I figured it out. It was just this big conundrum of weirdness, right? What tier are they on? Are they on tier 5, tier 4? How come we haven't seen them? What about all of Pariston and by extension beyond Netero's men? Why haven't they been involved in all the events of the org? And here is my reply. They aren't on the Black Whale 1. Now that may come as a shock because Ging Freaks was dead set on going to the Dark Continents, and so is Beyond Netero, and all his men are tied to Pariston, who's now tied to Ging. Well, there is another boat heading towards the Dark Continents, and that of course is the boats that Nov and Morel are on. Now, if we paid attention, they were strategizing to us and telling us that there was going to be a rendezvous point on the new continent before they actually get to the Dark Continent. And what's going to happen is that Morel and Nov, due to their abilities and the reason why Netero hired them, are going to be there essentially to aid the Zodiacs. And this is where it gets interesting because there's been so much emphasis put on Sayu. Kurapika has worked out he is the traitor, so they're watching him with a keen eye. But what if it's not Sayu that's going to liberate Beyond Netero? What if the fact that they'd figured it out is going to be their biggest weakness and mistake? Because whilst they're so focused on Sayu, there's going to be an external attack, that being an invasion of the Black Whale 1 once they land with all of Beyond's men. We don't know the proportion of which this other ship has men that are loyal to Beyond Netero. Of course, we know that Nov and Morel are there, but there won't have been the same amount of background checks as has been on the Black Whale 1. And now, the thing that we've got to keep in mind is that Ging Freaks, whilst he is in charge, it is all Pariston's will that's pushing forwards. And what a Pariston thing to do than something so unorthodox. They've essentially let everyone in the Black Whale 1 have their infighting, and they're coming in to raid at the very last minutes. Beyond Netero has been so calm this whole time, right? We saw him in chapter 340 go towards the Zodiacs to say, hey, put me in jail. He's had this plan concocted throughout many years. There was always going to be multiple ships going to the new continent. Perhaps he even has men on the new continent. And it was really baffling me of this theory, right? Because I was thinking to myself, where could he be? Could they be in tier 4 or tier 5 disguised among civilians? But the reality is that Ging Freaks and Pariston Hill, in their nature, won't have been covert for that long. They always have stuff going on around them. They're the type of characters that are such enigmas that they're just prone to creating spiraling situations. And the reason why is because they haven't arrived yet. Now, this is just absolutely fantastic if this is the route that Togashi chooses to go. Because what does it mean? Well, it means that it's going to bring some freshness and something new into the arc. We can get more NEN abilities, and as we see, Beyond Netero has quite a few soldiers. In fact, he's got almost a legion behind him of men that are completely loyal towards his cause, this need for conquest and glory. And the thing that I find very interesting is Nasubi and Beyond's relationship. Does Nasubi know about everything that's going to happen? Or is it going to be this absolutely gigantic shock that's throughout the entire Hunter x Hunter verse? How would this happen though, right? It seems good in theory. 2 ships, Then when they get the new continents, they're gonna board each other. But surely the Black Whale one's gonna have a lot of security. Surely not anyone can just go in. And well, Beyond Netero has that connection to Nasubi, to which Beyond Netero's men will be allowed to go in, regardless of what the Zodiacs and the Hunter Association say or think. Because in the end, King Nasubi, the king of Kakin, is the one that's running this whole show, and he is closely in ties of Beyond. Beyond is number 2. You think, why would he be so calm about Beyond being trapped? It's a clear hindrance towards him, his plan, his image, and just the projection of him and Beyond on that opening ceremony when they were going to go out to the Black Whale. And the reason why is because he's always had a plan. And now, this is going to be so interesting, because it's going to be a situation where it's the unknown. It's going to cause this even greater chaos. At the moment in the story, we're in a very interesting point. We're in this calm before the storm, where all these plot threads are about to emerge. And knowing Togashi, he's going to make it so that it's going to be one singular plot thread, and then introduce that as a second, and have a dichotomy to which interest automatically rebuilds. No matter what story or what situation in writing you have, if something stays the same or something's on a trajectory that seems steady, it creates boredom, if not consciously, subconsciously. And I think this is just the twist that needs to happen at the end of the Succession War. Once the new king of Kakin has been chosen, we're going to need to see everyone on the Black Whale be put in a situation where they're forced to choose their loyalties. Okay, hunters, you are cooperating, but will you follow this regime? It's going to be a crazy paradigm, as the new king of Kakin is going to have Beyond's men, Pariston, Ging, all of them that we saw, as well as the royal army. And there's just going to be just absolute monopoly that is formed. This is going to be very interesting. I'm very much looking forward to it. And I've got a few thoughts. Is there going to be infighting between Pariston and between Ging? I think that would be very interesting, because you've got this rivalry where Pariston leaves with a very, very intriguing remark saying, I want to know what someone that I hate makes me do. So I think it's going to be good. There's also the possibility of Jing's Nen type. Of course, it's an unknown. If Ging is a specialist, which is a massive if, when he was officially requesting that everyone make him the captain, and he used money as a means to make it official, that could be an end condition if he is a specialist. So that's going to be very great. We're also going to learn more about Pariston, surely, if he enters the story again, which I believe this will happen. It makes too much sense, because in the end, we've been seeing throughout all these glimpses all the different tiers, and they've been looking for Hisoka. So the fact that there's been an active search and lookout, of course, maybe it might be hidden inside a wall, or some crazy Nen ability that Ging has copied, or maybe some of the people from Beyond Netero have some kind of invisibility ability, but really, it doesn't make that much sense. They are the big powerhouses. Surely, if they were on the Black Whale 1, they would have freed Beyond by now. Who's going to stop them? Ging and Paris, and two of the strongest guys in the verse. Beyond Netero has, of course, got its ties towards Nasubi, the royal guard, the royal army, and then all the princes are, they have a tie towards Kakin, which is towards Nasubi. So there's just such a monopoly that it just didn't make sense in my head. I was thinking it over again and again. I was thinking, what are they doing? What is Ging and Pariston up to? But really, I truly believe that their arc within what's about to happen hasn't even begun yet. And now, it's going to be very, very good to see how the established characters are involved, right? We've got Leorio, of course, that we're just starting to see his character arc. You'd think that if people got injured in the casualty of the raiding of the Black Whale 1, maybe Leorio might be used to heal a very, very important character like Kurapika. Maybe even a phantom troop member in a situation where new alliances have to be made. But whatever the case is, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Two Enigmas, the greatest duo in Hunter x Hunter, in my opinion, in anime, Ging and Pariston, is absolutely captivating. I'm definitely going to make a video on Ging and Pariston. And that is absolute, because it's too riveting. I absolutely love it. And yes, I think that the objectives of Beyond's Men is going to be, first of all, to give Sayu an escape. Because Sayu's, of course, the one that's been pinned. And I believe that Pariston, as smart as he is, Pariston was a Zodiac alongside Sayu. He was the vice chairman of the Hunter Association. He has all these chimera acts. Worst case scenario, Pariston can just bring a whole new chimera invasion. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. But because he's been alongside with Sayu whilst they were together in the Hunter Association and then the Zodiacs, I believe that the possibility may have been discussed that Sayu, of course, has his ties, and Pariston, knowing that he won't be there among them, is free of any men abilities. So the fact that they figured out that Sayu could in itself be a trap. It could be a situation where Sayu lures them somewhere because they're trying to trap Sayu, and then afterwards, from the side, comes Beyond's Men. I also think that what it's going to do is that it's going to really damage the Zodiacs as a group, as an image, right? They're the people that are in charge of this. They're the representation, they're the representatives of the Hunter Association. And I think that what this is going to make or break is that we're going to see the new Zodiacs and Kurapika and Diorio really rise up and take a lead. In a time of adversity, we've seen these two have something else built inside of them. We might also see some of the most powerful Zodiacs, of course, Bobapai or Bodapai and Botapai. The names have been mixed up right now. And Mizai, two of the most powerful, with, of course, the latter. I messed up the name, so I'm going to try it again. That's said to be in physical strength as strong as Netero in terms of physical, just firepower. So I really think that with the abilities of Beyond's Men, the organization, with each of them seems to have been chosen likewise with the Phantom Troop members for specific reasons. They've all got specific powers that are going to be very useful. And I believe that what it makes it better will be chaos. That is the best form of defense, is attack. And really, they've been having so much build-up, so much time to prepare and execute. It's sort of like the Palace invasion all over again. But this time, our characters, our cast, our worldview within this arc in the Black Whale 1 is the Palace, and they're about to get invaded. And I think this would be a good role reversal. That'll be a very, very fun situation. And to go in the focal point of this video, I believe it will be Ging Freaks himself that rescues Beyond. Now, he'll rescue Beyond because he is the head of this, new structure within the group, where he's essentially gone and taken over Pariston and become the head honcho, but also because Ging has ulterior motives. He is interested solely in the Dark Continents. He isn't too much interested in what faction, who, when, what, how. He doesn't have any particular loyalty to the Hunter Association. He just really respected Netero. In fact, when Netero died, he just said, there's nothing in this for me anymore. And with Pariston leaving us alongside, it really showed that the Hunter Association doesn't have the backbone it used to. I think that Jing's going to use this opportunity, and he's going to say to Beyond, take me with you. Whatever you do, I'll be by your side. Because Beyond's the one that really has been there before. He's the one of the experience. And Ging, he wants things he doesn't have. And that experience that Beyond has is something that Ging lacks. And something that Ging surely craves. Especially with his ancestor, Dawn Freaks, being there himself. With the second book being written on the Dark Continent, Beyond is the closest tie. when they see the gatekeepers of the Dark Continent, beyond will be the one person that's already been there. And that can't be overstated. The fact that he is a survivor, he is a storyteller, and he is a man of great power. He's also the son of someone that Ging really respected. So, yeah, I think that this will be Jing's opportunity to perhaps even establish himself as the MC of the story, where he goes on to the Dark Continent whilst there's some kind of trap or some stipulation that stops the others from fully exploring it or getting there. Ging as the MC could be another video in itself. I think that's a very, very interesting topic. I think Ging would make a fantastic main character. But yeah, I've summarized everything. I've kind of gone towards some other points too. And this was a very, very interesting video for me. It's just so much to think about. So many developments, so many characters that are moving in so many separate directions, that the inclusion of essentially, for lack of a better term, a separate arc invading our arc, because of course there's going to be the whole lore and the whole situation of what's happened with the other ship, but to have them coincide and to have all these characters, Morel, Nov, Jane, Pariston, just suddenly appear, it's going to make the chemistry of everything change. As we know, Hunter x Hunter is a story that interacts and changes. Togashi describes when writing Hunter x Hunter that the characters move and do things by themselves. He loses control, and it's a series that's got great world building. The world and the situations provide the scope and context for the series. Everyone has a reason to be there, and the story and worlds expand and change regardless of what happens with the characters we love. It's what makes it feel real, engaging, and absolutely captivating. So, this was a Hunter x Hunter theory video. Hope you enjoyed. If you love Hunter x Hunter, I do everything from theory videos like this. I do chapter reviews when they come out. I review the animes of Hunter x Hunter, review 1999, 2011. I also do character analysis videos where I take deep dives into characters and I analyze them. I do versus videos where I take theoretical matchups and talk about their Nen powers, Nen abilities, who's good at long range, short range, a very analytical, power scaling-esque video. And I do just a lot of different videos, anything and everything Hunter x Hunter. So if you've got a suggestion, please leave it down below. I'll be really interested to reading the comments. And yes, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. And if you love Hunter x Hunter and want to see more things Hunter x Hunter, I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So please be sure to subscribe if that's something you'd be interested in. This was Hadrigon. Hope you've all had a fantastic day. I appreciate you all so, so much. Hope you have an amazing time. Just an amazing 2025 in general, as I hope this year brings you all blessings, love, and joy. This was Hadrigon. Peace out.